Oh, good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself on the show tonight. To my left, we have Southside, and to my right, we have the one and only Big Stevie for the drum. Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Ox. Good to be on Wednesday night with my big mucker, Stevie, as always. Looking forward to the show, and good evening to everyone listening in this evening on Facebook and YouTube.
Evening,
Good evening, wingman. Good evening to all the bears listening in. You know what night it is? It's Dream Team Wednesday. Come on!
Dream Team Wednesday. How does he get away with wearing that jumper, Southside? How does he get away with it?
It's usually a bit loud, isn't it? He carries it well, but it is a bit loud, isn't it?
It's a pizza. How you doing, Stevie boy?
You know me, always proactive, boys. Always proactive. Be a bit disappointed with the result at the weekend, but when you watch it back, you kind of get through things, you know. Did we really play that bad? We should have took our chances. We would have won the game, no problem. Anyway.
Fair comment. As we build up to a big game tomorrow night, because it is another massive game, Southside. It's important for the club, for revenue. It's important for us. You never know. We can dream, Southside. We can dream.
Aye, all the way to Dublin. It's a big night tomorrow night, mate. Looking forward to it. It's important for the club, and it's important to keep ourselves on the map within Europe, you know. So hopefully 3 points tomorrow night will guarantee football, European football after Christmas, as we know. It's not for everyone, mate, is it?
No, it's not for everyone. Let's be honest, even the Romans don't like them, so Steve here. You behave yourself now.
They got a great reception, that's all I'm going to say. And then they went to meet the old Papa. They're some squad, aren't they? They really are.
Oh, they'll be getting some advice how to deal with scandals, but there we go. That's for other people to comment on.
Magic.
Right. Maybe put them in the spotlight. Anyway. Right, big game tomorrow night. We've got a bit of selection issues in the team Southside, but we just need to go on it. I don't think it'll be as easy as some people think, but I think we should get through.
Aye, we should. They've been... Listen, they've not really been beat by many goals in any games, and obviously we didn't turn up against them over there. But apart from that, they've been sort of difficult, and Real Betis and Sparta haven't beat them convincingly. So I expect a hard game, mate, but we're at home. I think we're a good crowd will get behind the team. I think hopefully they'll be fired up for the start and keep a high tempo, and hopefully we create enough chances. If we created as many as we created on Sunday and took them, we'll win it comfortably. Few issues with the team selection, mate, obviously, with some changes. So we'll have to wait to see tomorrow night who he actually picks.
Aye. Big game, Stevie. Big game. Simple as that.
A game certainly is. And listen, I know look, a lot of people say there's the easy games in Europe. I get that. But come on, guys. That was the worst. That Limassol away was the worst I've seen Rangers in many, many a year that night. They couldn't pass a ball, they couldn't tackle, they couldn't do nothing. It looked as if they were alien. They never played with each other before. It's a different ball game this time, and we're at home. You're talking a goal in each half. There's no way they're getting 3 goals, so you're going to win the match. So I'm pretty confident that we'll get through, and I think we'll win by 2 clear goals. There you go.
Right. I think we'll go through. I just don't think it'll be as easy as people think, Stevie.
Ox, I'll be disappointed if Rangers don't go out and beat them by at least 2 or 3 goals, honestly. I really will. Because they were rank rotten. And what have they done? Have they picked up any more points since then?
No. But as Southside said, all their games have been relatively tight, Southside.
Aye, they have, Stevie. No, they've dug in games in that bet. It's only beat them late on in a game in that 2-1 and stuff, and Sparta beat them 3-2 set pieces and that. So they've done all right, but there's the only points they've picked up is against us, unfortunately. But listen, we will beat them tomorrow. I'd expect us to beat them tomorrow, you know. We're at home, crowd will carry us, as I say, and if we can get an early goal, like you say, in the game, then that will spur us on even more. So apart from there'll be probably in the centre-back position, tomorrow night changes. I think because the squad's been basically picked for the previous manager and we know who's in the squad, I think it'll be much of a muchness going forward with who's fit in that. But he did say one or two was out, so we'll see tomorrow night. It'll be interesting, but it's got to be a home win tomorrow. It's got to be.
Okay. Aye. Right, I'll tell you what, we planned for the night then, right? No, that's right. Big TV, right? So we'll hear for a manager shortly, and then we'll get the phone lines open. Come on in, ask the boys and anything. Like, we'll get Southside there. I'll answer any of your DIY problems, anything. And of course, Big Stevie's there for relationships. Yeah.
Can I just say something, boys? It's 2 sleeps after tonight till I get my vegetable roll. You're dancing.
Is that what they're called? That's a new name.
I was going to say that. I'm glad they said vegetable.
The man who say that's cannibalism. There we go again.
Myra was running for cover there, wasn't she?
Well, you tackle it hot or cold, Stevie.
Oh, I'll be in the good books when I bring that in. Just let me tell you, she'll slice that up lovely and bang that in the freezer. Oh, my God, Myra Hanley will love that. Magic. It's about a woman's heart. Oh, vegetable roll for Ulster. Magic.
Southside.
It's just food in it. It's just food with him in it. There's nothing else.
Oh, you want to see that affair? Oh, can I get that Hearts ticket?
Oh, here we go. I do want the Hearts ticket, all right. And I'll maybe give you a cup final ticket. How's that? We'll do a bit of swapping.
There was only one person did the begging before the show, wasn't there?
Aye, he was. He was doing heavy.
I'm not with I'm not with by the way, this is terrible. Every week, every Dream Team Wednesday, I'm ganged upon. We use apron wearers. It's getting beyond a joke now. Can we get back to the football, please?
All right, yeah. You were the one that brought up vegetable roll, no us.
All right, okay. I'm sorry, old man.
All right. It's a big game, Stevie, isn't it? Big game tomorrow. It's important for the club, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's massive for the club to get into play European football after Christmas. It's massive for the club. You know, it's the business side of things, you know, and every penny's a prisoner in earn it. So, bottom line, listen, the teddy bears will do it tomorrow with flying colours. We'll beat this mob, honestly, we really will. And every penny is, and I hope it draws decent tears and because I think this team could do all right in it, by the way. We're a good European team. I fancy anybody at Ibrox.
Aye. Listen, mate, after 2022 season, you never know, Southside. You never know.
No, listen, once you can get out this sort of group stage, then it's like Stevie says, you hope you get somebody favourable. And at home, we should feel confident we've beaten most teams, as we've proved in the past. And you just need a wee bit of luck. But by the time we get there, Clement will be able to pick a new squad to go into that competition, who he wants to take forward. And we might even have added a player or two into the squad. But at least if you can get it early line tomorrow, which I expect us to do, expect us to beat Aris at home, then we can park it. Doesn't really matter about the next game when we play Betis because we've got an important game after that. So, but just to get it done tomorrow night would be that's the ideal solution, Ox. You know, just get it here and finish there, 3 points in the bag.
Aye. I think you summed it up, Stevie. It's important. Every pound's a prisoner because obviously they recognise where we are. The support even recognise that, mate. So let's do it tomorrow night. Use it as a springboard to make this season better and better and better, big man.
Aye. Listen, see when we're talking about finances, am I not right in saying we're due a £1.2 million for Bayern for selling, would you call them, to PSV?
I think that happens in January, mate, and then that we get 1.2 million for that. Yeah, that was not a bad deal, really, when you think about it, was it?
Brilliant. Of course, it was great bit of business. It was new player, so. It's as I said, everything mounts up, and if we've got European football after Christmas, man, it's brilliant for the fans and brilliant for the club. So, the win-win.
Yes, yes. As we say, we understand it's not for everybody, European football, so say.
No, certainly not. But no, like I say, it keeps us on the map in Europe. Sponsors, we get good return for it, hospitality as well for it. And also Rangers are going to get to have another price for us, whatever that will be for the next round. If it's going to be about £40 a ticket or whatever, it's good for the club finance-wise. But no, it keeps us on the map in there. It keeps us doing well in the coefficient and all. It gets us our points for Europe. So looking forward to tomorrow night, and I'm sure the Union Bears will probably have some display tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Come on, man. Brilliant.
You think the ones are appeared for you? That's your own time.
You'll be back. I'll tell you what, man, some of the banners that I've seen were absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. It made them feel really welcome. That's what football's all about, isn't it? You know, making friends. Absolutely brilliant.
Yes. Stranger's just a friend you never knew, Stevie. Yeah?
Especially when you go to Thailand, you don't know what you're getting.
Right, we'll hear for the manager and then we'll get these phone lines open, Chip.
Yeah, that's a plan.
Yep. I think the team will be. Let's see if you're gaffer. Big Philip, come on.
Philip, we just had Ross McCausland in here and he was telling us about his delight about signing his new contract. From your point of view, how happy are you to have that all settled?
Yeah, clearly I'm happy about that. I talked about it the last couple of weeks. I think it's a young talent, comes out of academy here. He's a fan of Rangers. All his family is. He did good things in the minutes he played. He works hard in training. It's somebody who wants to become better. He made a good international debut. So it's an important thing. It's also, I think, an important signal as a club also that a player who was really popular on the market, that he wants to stay here and that he stays here. And I think he will have a bright future here if he continues what he's been doing until now.
How active were you in terms of convincing him, or was that more the club as a whole?
I always see it as a whole. And of course, I had also some talks with Ross.
How much are you looking forward to this big game tomorrow, and how important is it now for you in terms of going forward, staying in European football?
Probably you guys get bored about me already after 5 weeks, but I've repeated that already every time because it's my philosophy, it's my way of life, it's who I am. For me, every game is important. So I don't feel more importance for tomorrow than it was 3 days ago or 2 weeks ago. Every game is important. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward, of course, to playing in Ibrox with a full stadium, with all the fans behind us. That gives something extra. But I'm looking forward to every game.
Given Aris won the last time out, how tough a challenge do you expect it to be?
It's a tough challenge because it's a difficult team. Because they attack with a lot of numbers. They have a lot of speed in the team. They have several players with an individual action who can, with one action, decide the game. They play in a way that's less predictable than other teams because the attacking part is more chaotic. More based on individual qualities than on collective things. So we need to play a really good organized game, and then I don't say a defensive game, but we need to be smart in all the situations to react in a good way. If we attack and they keep 6 players up front, we cannot go with 7 players, because then it's 6 against 3 if we lose the ball. So important things to keep a good balance in the team against them.
Obviously, Felipe, it wasn't you in charge the last time they played, but how much you look back at that game and how different you expect the match to be tomorrow night?
Of course, I look back those games. It's always interesting to see our players, how they reacted, what they did, asked also what the instructions were for that game. So we want to do a few things different than it was for that game, that's clear.
You say that every game is important as the next one. You want to win every match, but how big could it be?
You guys say that also, that we have to win every game, so we agree about that.
Well, how crucial could it be? How big could it be for you to seal qualification tomorrow night?
For me, never talk about me. It's always about us. It's good. Yeah, of course, if you can qualify with still 1 game to play, it's a big thing. There's not many teams in Europe who can qualify already now. So it's a big thing if you can do that. But we know we still have 2 games to do that. But we're gonna grab it with 2 hands to try to do it tomorrow evening. No, with 3 hands, because I expect the hand of the fans also.
You mentioned that looking back on the previous match, do you get that sense, that determination from the players that they are ready to go out and right a few wrongs from the last game?
I don't want that they think about the last game, because it always can create some negativity in your head. Or no, I want that they continue what they've been doing until now. In a lot of moments, really good. In Aberdeen, the first 15 minutes, not good. And we had a really good meeting around that. The things that went wrong and the things that went well, the 75 minutes later on. And what's the difference? So that's a new lesson for all the group, not only the players who are on the pitch. And like this, we will make our story stronger and stronger the next couple of weeks, and for sure the next couple of months. And that's the normal way in a football club.
Philippe, is that one of the things that you have to work in this team, that mental aspect of making sure they don't start games slow, that they come out with the intensity that you think they can reach it?
Yeah, but that's fan talk. It's easy to say intensity and will, and because that was there, but we made wrong decisions. Our positioning was not good. With the ball, we did also things first 15 minutes not good. What we did later on, much better. Because of that, we created also chances. So for sure, it was not a thing that the players didn't want, or they thought, oh, we go to Aberdeen, it's going to be easy. And no, it's also because of the things Aberdeen did in the beginning of the game. So we need to do the right things in our positioning, in how we play a ball, where we play a ball, how we run, all those things. Those need to be good. And of course, with the highest intensity and with the power and all these things. So it's not only about running and fighting, it's much more.
Can I ask how important European football is to you this season, given that you're juggling other things? You've got a League Cup final, you're trying to chase down Celtic. If you win tomorrow night, you've got European football beyond Christmas. Is that important to you and the club? And if so, in what sense?
Yeah, I want ambitious people here in the building. I want to create winners, and winners are for me people who always want to win, not one competition or 2, but they want to win everything they do. They want to win in every training. So I cannot put priorities into one competition, because then I don't create winners. So that's the thing for tomorrow. Next game, going full, and knowing if you can win that, you make a really big step, because you can play in Europe after January. It's an important thing for the club, for the players also. Everybody likes to play in Europe with all the attention and all Europe watching these games. Of course, for careers of players, it's a good thing also. And as a club, it's also important to make good European results, because it gives stature to your club. So it's an important evening.
Are you a believer that playing in the higher you set the bar, the better effect it has on your domestic form as well, because you're playing maybe tougher teams, obviously, and if you're in Europe.
Yeah, but it doesn't give guarantees. You can win against Barcelona one day, and 3 days later, if you don't have the right mentality, you can lose against Ross County also. That's also football. So it doesn't give guarantees, but of course, those are good experiences. And you need to try to get that rhythm that you play in Europe also into your domestic games. And like this, become better as a team.
Philippe, do you think you've got a strong enough squad to compete in Europe after Christmas and challenge for the title and the Scottish Cup? Or do you think if you get into the knockout rounds of Europe, you will have to strengthen to challenge for everything?
How long am I here now? 5 weeks. So it's still 5 weeks, at least until January. So I'm only halfway that journey to really make good decisions around that. There are a few players that I even didn't see yet on the pitch to play games, or who trained 2 or 3 times in these 5 weeks. So to make a clear opinion about all the squads, it's not realistic to do it now for the moment. Of course, we have ideas, and we talked about that. And we are looking at things as a club, because there's also quite an unbalance in the squad, that in some positions you have a lot of players, in some not. So those are things to look towards for January. And the rest, it's going to be very interesting these next 5 weeks, how all the players will perform.
How was the squad for tomorrow night? Who is out and who is back from last weekend?
Yeah, there are a few players out because they're not on the list. So not so nice thing to say, but I need to repeat it every time, because those are players who already did good things last couple of weeks. For the rest, it doesn't change too much. So Raskin will not be back yet. Ryan Jack will not be back yet. And Scott Wright, it's a doubt. He's been sick, but he's also been struggling a little bit muscular. So we're going to see if he's in the selection or not tomorrow.
Philippe, can I ask you, the IFAB, International Football Association Board, is talking about introducing sin bins into football. They want to trial it. What's your thoughts on that? That's for me a difficult thing, because I think it becomes a little bit a circus then, with players coming in and out constantly during a game. I think some people are already protesting against VR because it stops the game and the referee needs to go out and in, but it makes the game more honest. So you need to see the negative things are, for me, less than the positive things in that way, that you get more honest results at the end. So I'm positive about that. But if players need to go out for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know why. How much time? Because of a yellow card and come in. What is the moment to come in? It's already difficult for the moment if you have an injured player and you restart and he's on the sideline. It's already difficult to get them in sometimes. And it's a big discussion with the referees, because where is the ball and what is the danger and whatever. So I think it would create more fuss than is necessary. I know you're in favour of VAR, but there's talk about also using VAR more for different decisions than they currently do. Is that something you would like, or would that stop the game more again? I
don't think it's good to stop the game more than it is now. I think it's necessary to be really good in the important decisions. All the other decisions, because there are a lot of decisions in football game. I think also one of the charms of the game is that there are discussions. I think you guys like that. The fans like that also, to discuss about things after a game. So if we stop all the time, you don't get a fluent football anymore. And then you destroy the game also. I'm really fan about making the critical decisions, that it's really clear as far as it's possible, because there is always in some decision a gray area. In that way, yes, but if it's more, not.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, yeah, quickly, your thoughts, Southside?
There's a lot to take for that. I think the last thing he was talking about was VAR. I think if you're a Newcastle fan, I think you'd have been not too happy with the VAR decision that they got against them last night. But apart from that, no, talk about the players' commitment, desire. I think the fact that he was interested when he said he looked back to the last Sparta game and see how players reacted in that and what they were instructed, and it will be different this time around. And obviously he's probably a bit frustrated by the European squad that was picked for the players that have had game time under him recently. Ox, I think.
I was also pleased to see, Stevie, that he looked at the first 15 minutes of the Aberdeen game, because we didn't start well, did we?
Oh, we were alien, mate. We were absolute alien. We couldn't do nothing. We looked slow and lethargic, pedestrian. We just looked lost for the first 15. And I'm glad he sat them down in the telly. Not just the ones that were on the park, by the way, his words. He sat with them on and says, look, this can't happen. That's a good thing for me, because we were woeful. I mean, the warning signs were there when the boy went through the first time, didn't he? Our keeper pulled off a brilliant save. And then that just a big punt up the park, a knock on with the heat and the boys through, and then put it in the pokey. But I'm glad he sat them down. He showed them where they're gone wrong, and they've talked about it collectively. But what's that? What was that at the end about sin bins?
About sin bins and only the captain will be able to speak to the referee. Yeah. And the other one, I don't know how true it is, VAR for corner kicks, and she's over a bit at night before he came to the games outside.
The only one is that if it's no a corner kick against you, then you get the corner and you concede for it. You know, I mean, I don't really want to see that getting brought in, but I suppose you would feel a bit annoyed about it, wouldn't you? Because you've seen it happen in games. But I think he's just making sure that the players are going to stay focused from now on, and he needs to make sure that he's going to make them into winners, as he talks about, or find out who's really got that in them. And if they've no, he'll try and bring it out them. And if he can, he'll not be there by the sounds of it, no.
All right, I'll cut across it with John Bichon. Evening, John.
Hello there. Hello. Thanks for taking my call, Ox, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I'm just talking about looking forward to tomorrow. I think we'll win that game, no bother, 3-4-0. I'm just wondering what you think. Has it been touched on the central defence? Because I know Balogun is not eligible and Golson is out. He's been suspended. So who's the central defence? Ben Davis and who? Hello?
Ben Davis and John Suter, mate.
Suter, is he okay? Because he was injured a wee while ago. Suter and Ben Davis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I think.
Yeah. Carry on, John.
Yep. I think up front, Matondo must start. And Cantwell must go through the middle. But what do I know? It's up to the manager. You know, we have to just go for it. And we will beat this team 3-4-0. Honestly, I really do.
Where would you play Matondo, John?
Sorry?
Where would you play Matondo then tomorrow night?
On the wing. That's where he is. His best. When he came on against Aberdeen, he just he flew down that wing, and the cross he played for Lammers, and Lammers, oh God, headed it straight to the keeper. So I'd play Matondo on the wing.
hopefully John will be back with us. Matondo takes Seamer out the team. What do you think, Southside? That's it.
Aye.
Would you take Seamer out the team? Hopefully John will be back with us.
I think, I don't know if he'll start Matondo. Think probably for a fitness aspect, he's been out a while. I think he'll keep Tom Lawrence in the team, to be honest. If McCausland gets featuring, I think Seamer will come out, and I would probably stick Todd Cantwell number 10. I'd play the front three. I'd play across if you were playing I'll give you a team right. Butland, Tav, Suter, Davis and Borna, Lundstrom and Cifuentes, Tom Lawrence, Cantwell in the middle. If McCausland plays, he'll play in the right, and Danilo up front. Ops.
I think Seamer starts. So, Stevie?
Aye, Seamer for me, but I'm listening to everybody talking about Todd Cantwell. Now, I said this to you a couple of Dream Team Wednesdays ago. Cantwell's done nothing. Absolutely hee-haw for me, Hawks. He's had a couple of nice touches and an odd goal here or there and a couple of nice balls in, sitting. But he's no set the hell on fire at all for me. He's done absolutely nothing. Can I ask you a question? Do you not think Matondo will do more tomorrow night than Cantwell, the way he's playing now?
Yeah, I'll take Southside. I'm not. I get that. I don't think he'll start Matondo, right? I thought if you were picking the team on forum on Sunday's game, Cantwell would they start? I agree with that. Do I think Cantwell will start a day Southside?
Seamer wasn't good on Sunday, was he? Although his form's been pretty good. I think Cantwell, you want to try and ignite something out of him. That game tomorrow night being a big European game, you might get it out of him if you stick him in the number 10 position. And then the argument will be who goes right. Possibly, does young McCausland get a start or does he know? And if he doesn't, then I would imagine Seamer will play. I think that's the one for me. I think Tom Lawrence will play. So, and Danilo, as much as I didn't think he was great on Sunday, he'll probably start and we'll need to try and get balls through him and create. So, if I think try to get something, get Todd Cantwell into form, Stevie, I think I'd try and put him in the number 10 position tomorrow night.
Listen, I'm going to say something. I can only agree with what everybody's saying. He's a number 10. I said that donkeys ago, have a game with him, let him go and express himself. Plays a number 10 in the position we all know he can play. But let's be honest, Matondo will no start. It'll be Seamer and it'll be like for like. Maybe in the 70th minute, the wee man will come on for big Seamer. That's how they'll play. But can I tell you something, boys? I'm really, really worried about Todd Cantwell. I'm not seeing what other people are seeing. People are saying they're talking about him as if he's playing all right. I don't see him playing all right. I think he's been hopeless for us.
He was atrocious on Sunday, mate. Atrocious. His attitude stunk.
I could actually see me losing a half a vegetable roll, flinging it at him if he doesn't get his finger out. Tell me.
I'm not wearing that, Southside.
No, his form has been poor, and he came on against Livingston and all, sub-20. He's been poor. His form's not been good since he's come back. And we keep saying, well, maybe he's slightly playing out of position, but he should be able to go in and play in that position. So I don't know what's wrong, but I think because we've seen him play as a number 10, and I think tomorrow night being a European night, you know what he's like. He's gallus. He wants to go out there probably and do it, you know, and show off a bit and create and score. So I would maybe give him the number 10 position tomorrow night and say to him, right, get out there and show us what you're made of, because you've not showed it in the last few games, and you might get it out of him. But that's the way I see it, Stevie. But I agree, if he dropped him tomorrow night and doesn't start him, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
I think we can all agree he owes the Bears a turn, doesn't he? He owes us a game, he owes us something, doesn't he? He's been woeful, let's be honest. We're hoping the boy's going to kick in and kick off somewhere and start showing us something. I just can't see it. I really can't see it. Honestly, I can't see it, and that's a worrying thing for me, because where he left off at the end of last season, I was like, wow, I can't wait next season. This boy's fantastic. And you know he's got all the ability under the sun, but it was absolute woeful. And see that our manager, I hope he sits him down and says, see if you dive like that again, son, you'll never play in a blue jersey like that for us again. That was embarrassing, by the way. Absolutely embarrassed us. That's what, that's not the way the Rangers do things, jumping about like a big lassie with a hairband and jumping about like that. That was shocking. Todd Cantwell's a young boy. He's got the world. His world is oyster. He needs to start getting his finger out. He's kissing that badge and telling us how much he loves us. We'll prove it in the park. Let's see it tomorrow night, Todd. Prove Big Stevie for the drum round.
You done?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm ranting, lads, but it really gets to me, because you know he's got talent, but when are we going to start seeing it? You know what I mean?
I'll kick the ball. Prague, first off, excellent. Apart from that, you're likely to say he's struggling for form this season. I think he misses Raskin when he's not in the park, and I think he's more effective in the middle. But he looked like a petulant wee boy the weekend, and we've discussed it already, Southside, but he has his days talking on the park, not after park.
Aye, I know he's a wee spark and he likes his social media and that from time to time, but aye, and he's, like I said, early on in the season, he was pre-season as well, he had a couple of reckless challenges, where he could have even been injured and out for a long time, never mind injuring the player and getting sent off. And then the wee thing at Livingston, although the boy had a go at him, but you've got to try and no react, so aye, I think people know now that they can sort of get to him, but you want to see him on the box. He's good balance, he's good awareness. He can go and play the 1-2, he can burst by into the box. We've seen it. So it's trying to get him back into that sort of form. And I think maybe just changing the formation slightly and giving him a number 10 role. I think the more a night being the game it is in Europe, where you can showcase your skills live on the telly, it's a perfect game for Todd Cantwell. That's what he says he thrives on when he walks out at Ibrox. So as Stevie says, let's see it tomorrow night if he's picked. And like I say, if he's no picked and he's on the bench, it wouldn't surprise me, Ox, to be honest, because the manager's got no favourites or nothing like that. He's looking at how they're acting and how they're performing. So he'll make the decision tomorrow night.
So do we all agree that the back five picks itself tomorrow night, Stevie?
Yeah, I agree.
Aye, so and then obviously Tavernier, Suter, Ben Davis, and Borna Barisic. I thought Borna was poor on Sunday as well, but hopefully it's a decent game tomorrow night. We move into midfield and we hit in the sitters. We don't get that many options, so obviously Lundstrom will play south side. I didn't think he was great on Sunday. I thought Sarrientos done okay, considering I was a bit wary about him playing. I'm not saying he was great, because I don't think any more players, but I think he done okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, without being outstanding. So, do you think he'll come in? You mentioned him in your team, so
aye,
options.
I think no, really for the squad that was picked in that. So I think they two will probably retain their place. He's been out for a wee while, and then he was away in international duty. And he's took a wee while to settle in. He's been off the pace in the European games at the start of the season. Maybe by the way he's getting them programmes to work on certain aspects of their fitness and stuff. And I think he'll play the Morlocks, and I think Lundstrom retains his place because we're limited in there anyway. But I think height and his experience of being with for so long in Europe, I think he nails that position.
Can I just say something, Ox? I thought our man of the match on Sunday was VAR.
The guy that influenced the man was what John said when he came on the call. Obviously, McCausland came on without doing a lot. He influenced the game in the last 10 minutes. We just didn't play well. That was a disappointing thing, Stevie.
Aye. Can I say something? How's the big Lammers fella no scored that goal with a heat, man? The wee man's done excellent, and he's dropped the shoulder, get round the guy, and he's given him a pinpoint accurate ball right to his loaf. and he puts it right into the keeper's hands. Dearie me. I mean, we should have been down the road with the 3 points. See, you look back, Big Ballaghan's 2 headers, if he takes one of them as well, and then the keeper had another couple of no bad saves and all. But I mean, I know the next day you're sitting, you're a wee bit more calmer and you look at it. We weren't that bad in the second half, but my God, the chances we had all during the game, first and second half, we need to be a wee bit more clinical. But Matondo, he done well when he came on. For me, he looked as if he's looked sharp enough for just coming back. And no doubt he'll come on for Seema at some point tomorrow, mate.
Aye, I think he'll come on, Matondo. I think that's a great sub to bring on a game like that pace, Southside.
Aye, and I think just because he's been out for a while and he's no long back, and I think he got him some minutes in his legs. I think he's probably will come on later on in the game. But aye, it's like anything, Stevie. We've got to go with the squad we've got, and we need to get performances. You're saying Lammers. I mean, Ballaghan had a great chance in the first half for the header and didn't take it. I thought if Lammers had probably just glanced it, but he actually got sort of power into it, but it just straight right at the goalkeeper. If it probably came in with a bit more pace on it, although it was a good ball in, and he had that sort of just glancing header on it, he might have put it in the corner. But the one after the crossbar and on the second half, and I thought Danilo, the one he'd get put through with Tom Lawrence in the early second half, I thought he should have drilled it low right across the goalie. He sort of hit it mid-drift into him, and it's no getting on it. And I thought he was pretty poor on Sunday and all, Stevie, to be honest. He done a lot of running about, but he had 2 sort of chances, even that wee sort of one where he just sort of half hit it and the goalie kicked it away with his legs. There was nothing in it. He was disappointing as much as he put a lot of hard work in. But the 2 big chances was Ballaghan, I thought, and Tom Lawrence was unlucky. That was a really good save for the goalkeeper. But I think we've got enough players, Stevie. We just need to. If we'd scored on Sunday, it would have been a different game, early doors. It would have changed that game. So tomorrow night, that's what we're looking for. We need to get that early goal if we can, because Ibrox will be rocking tomorrow night, as you know, and it just takes a team to ignite it. And hopefully, whoever's picked to play, they'll certainly be up for it and put on a performance, and we'll batter this mob tomorrow night and get us into the next round of Europe after Christmas.
See, the thing for me, Southside, the reason I brought Lammers with headers up, it's right at the end of the game, mate, right? And see if he scores it, it turns everything for the boy. It turns everything. He's then won the match for us. The fans have got a better opinion about the boy. The boy gets a bit of confidence. The team gets a bit of confidence for keeping the wee run going we were on. You know what I mean? It was just a pity the boy never scored it, you know. And, you know, I don't want to come on and run Lammers down. He's got something. The boy's got good technical ability. There's no 2 ways about it. But we need to start seeing it for people. We need to start seeing it for Cantwells, Lammers, Deserts. We need to start seeing what these guys have got. We know they've got something, but we need to start seeing it. That's the whole problem. But I was praying for the big boy Lammers to pat that in the net, and then he becomes a hero, and it helps the boy with the fans. It helps his situation, you know, on a personal point, you know.
Aye, I get that. Aye. Do you think there's any chance he'll play tomorrow night? I'm a Southside.
Aye, he probably could. I don't know. It'll depend on the manager. I mean, he could. Listen, even when he came on up at Aberdeen, although he missed that header and he never scored it, and I agree 100%, Stevie, you're spot on. He's had more confidence in the fans will be like, there you go, he's managed to contribute and maybe put him in a wee bit better light, you know. But he could opt because it's a European game and you get a wee bit more space in it. But the manager alluded to as well that he doesn't want sort of exposed when they're going to maybe leave 6 up the park at times, which he actually said. And I don't know whether he's gone with that for the last game or whether he's been watching them. So he's obviously thinking of that as well. So I think we want players in the team that's going to work a lot harder off the ball when needed, if it's needed. So I don't know, but aye, it's a European game, Oxen. He's that type of player. It'd be technical for him and that, and it would suit him.
He was the first half against Prague when we played well. He was okay, yeah.
Aye.
You know, it was okay. All right, interesting. Mate, give us a call, see what you think the team's going to be. Do you agree with us? You think it'll be Lundstrom and Simientis again? Because obviously Ryan Jack's out and Young Raskin's still injured, you know. He's missed a few games since he joined us. Stevie?
Raskin, aye. I like Raskin. Yeah, that's another player who, you know, he's brought it. He wasn't quite setting the head on fire either. But the wee man's a great player. The way he hoovers things up and gets the ball moving forward, brilliant. And him and Cantwell they're partly, I think, off the part, but they complement each other on the part as well. But we want guys like him back. See the lights of tomorrow night. That's the nights that Raskin wants to show what he's got. You know what I mean? It's a great stage for these guys. You know, young Belgian international. But I like wee Raskin. When is he due back? Can I ask that?
Well, we're hoping he might be back for tomorrow night, but obviously no. But no, there was no detail there, so we'll just take it game by game, Southside.
No, he never indicated anything at all. It'd be shortly sooner anything, so who knows? But it didn't look that bad when it happened. If it was that one, he sort of rolled his ankle, as we thought it could have been. But who knows? But hopefully sooner or better. I agree, Stevie. It'd give me energy in the middle of the park tomorrow night because Lundstrom's not exactly going to be running out of the park and shutting down for you, is he? You'd maybe think Cifuentes might go and do that if it's needed. But we miss him because I think he gives you that energy. And I'd like to have seen probably Kieran Dowell in the European squad and all. I think he might have added something, helped us out in there. Somebody, when he was fit, he'd at least sort of got himself a bit about the park and was a bit mobile. But since he's picked up that injury, he's totally been out the picture. So hopefully maybe in league games going forward, he might be a player that will come in and help out with the league games going forward into the midfield, you know.
He'll be near the squad, you know. Obviously, I don't want to get down the Ryan Jack debate. I've debated it loads, you know. When Ryan Jack plays and he plays well, it helps my team, but he's injured against Stevie, so it's this. His career could just peter out, Ryan's, couldn't it?
Aye. Listen, but I think we all like Ryan Jack, but look, the thing for me annoys the life out of me is it's either your club or country. When you're getting to his stage in his career where injuries are coming all the time, you've got to say to yourself, look, I need to look after my employer. I can't play for my country anymore, but he's always fit for his country. And that's the annoying thing for me. He's always there or in the squad or whatever. And that's the annoying thing for me because I'm not into international football, as you know. The bottom line for me, Ryan Jack, he's got big choices to make. I don't think he'll get his contract renewed anyway. I think that him and there's a few others you might see gone, you know. But for me, Ryan Jack's done, man. It really is. He's been a good player for us. Good, not bad, wee servant. Lived away for the game good. But he's always good. See him and Roof and all these guys, they're not good to the Glasgow Rangers. As much as they're good players on their day, they're absolutely not good to us. We need players that are there. No players that are made of Weetabix. Sorry.
I understand it, mate. I don't think you're alone in some of these thoughts, mate. You know, it's loaf with him, Weetabix. It's always food, Stevie, Southside, isn't it? Use his loaf. He's made of Weetabix, you know what I mean?
Right, go on with the football.
No, you're right what you say, Stevie. The thing about him is Scotland's gone to the Euros, innit? He wants to go and play. It'll probably be his tournament that he'll finish on because they'll not be about when if they get to another one, probably. I get why he wants to turn out, but we need him turning out for Glasgow Rangers. And for me, his best football was a couple of years back. For us, and he's had the odd good game here and there when he's been back in the team, but he's not reliable. And we need players that are reliable. We need quick players, fast players, especially when we're still going to be in Europe and that. And playing in the league, you need people to turn out week in, week out. And he's not one of the players that's managed to do it. So hopefully the manager will move him on when he sees fit, whether it be January or the end of the season. I wish him well. Done us a good turn for the money that we spent on him. But he's been out injured for vast parts of each season, usually since he's been at the club. And he's worked his way back, but no going forward. And same with Roof, another one that can't turn up week in, week out. And probably Balogun when we get to it, come the end of the season. Stevie's another one. He'll come in and play well in certain games, but not be reliable to play the week in, week out. So players like that, I will thank them for their services. They've done well for the club at periods of time they've been there, but can't take them forward.
Respect.
Ox, can we talk about Fleetwood Mac? All the rumours. Can we talk about this? The rumour about Big Van Veen. Do you think there's any truth in that?
I think people are putting two and two together and coming up with 5, mate.
Aye.
His girlfriend's still based in Scotland. He's fell out with the manager of that team. He's come back to Scotland for personal reasons. So it could be true, but I think there's a lot of 2 and 2 makes 5, or as Albert says, 1 and 4 makes 6, or 1 and 5 makes 4. I don't know what he was counting. Southside.
Van Veen, he done all right when he was there at Motherwell. He was mobile, scored a lot of goals for them, and he done quite well. Is he for us? But is he 32?
Aye.
So
4-year contract, 5-year contract.
Aye. He'd be delighted at that, wouldn't he? No, listen, he would maybe do a job, but no for me. People were shouting on here a season or two ago about Duke and how he could get a game for us and all when he was doing all right at Aberdeen, and he's not doing so well now for them. And now people are shouting about Majowski. We should maybe go for him,
He scored less goals this season in Dessers.
And so, but maybe in a better team, we're getting better supply and ammunition. You expect them to score goals, but no for me either. No, I just think we'll go with what we've got. Whether he'll change up front in the January window, I don't know. But we just we've got enough players in the team. Seema can contribute, and if you've got Todd Cantwell playing well, he contributes. Matondo's showed that he can contribute, and so can Danilo. And Dessers has scored when on the park at certain times. So going forward, Hawks, we've got players there that can score goals. We just need to make sure that when we create chances, somebody's taking them. That's it.
Did you read anything into the fact that Dessers never came on on Sunday?
No, I thought he might have, because to be honest, I thought maybe near the end we might have flung him on and put some high balls into the box, try to get maybe Tav forward, Borna forward. You'd brought Matondo in, and I thought maybe just putting him in there with a bit of height, making Aberdeen do something different. We might have got something for it, might have even ball could have fell to somebody in the box, but he didn't bring him on, and for whatever reason, it's up to the manager.
Aye, again.
Can I ask you a question?
Aye.
If Dessers is in Lammer's position at the end of that game, does he score the goal?
Southside.
Aye.
No.
Aye.
No.
Okay. See, to be honest, I don't know, Stevie. I'm going to say aye because he's naturally a striker, but I expected Lammers, seeing the ball come in, and it was some cross in, and I was expecting it, and then I thought, oh no, it's Lammers. Though, I mean, I'm thinking he's no got a high goal ratio here. But and listen, he headed it, and he headed it on target. It's just a pity he headed it right at the goalie where he was stoning. So I mean, he didn't header it by the post, Stevie, or out of the bar, and he hit the target at least. But it's unfortunate it was straight right at the keeper where he was.
Is he scoring it for you, Stevie?
Dessers. I would honestly say that I think he would have put it away. That header, it was directly right, a great ball, and it was I think he's a big, strong player. I think he might have scored that. Aye. And I'm surprised he didn't go on, because Aberdeen's a physical game, and he's a big brute of a boy. I'm surprised he didn't fling him on. I really am. This is what I said last year. Cast your mind back to last year when I was talking about guile. We've not got enough guile in that team. Sometimes football doesn't win you games, especially at Motherwell, St Johnstone, and wee places like that where they put all these punters in the box and you're battling away. You need a wee bit of guile to get you over the line. And I still believe we've still not got that guile. We need a bit of iron in that team. There you go.
I think I was looking for the guile to come for Cantwell and Lawrence. I was looking forward to it, but I thought that I wasn't disappointed when I seen the team Southside.
No, on the way up when we seen the team, I thought, well, it's good. We're just hoping that, obviously, Tom Warren's done all right. I mean, he was probably at the heart of a few things that we've done that were positive. Cantwell would be the other ball player in that you thought could maybe unlock them, the same with Lawrence at the time. Seema was on, so thought had a bit of pace. I was happy with the team, Ox. But like we said, we had that slow start and didn't take heed for the warning that we had good Jack Butland save, and then your goalie makes a good save, and then they go up the park and score that goal, and then obviously then we don't take the chances at 40s at the time, and goals change games, so that's just part and parcel. We need to park it and move on and hope tomorrow night's more about when we create the chances, we make sure the ball hits that back of that net.
Yep.
That's what it's all about, Stevie, putting the ball in the net.
Yep, putting the ball in the onion bag, that's correct.
Onions, notice what you done there, Southside.
You fry them, or you just eat them raw?
You just dice your onion, a wee bit of Susie salt, Percy pepper, a wee bit of seasoning, fry them up lovely, and then battle them on your burgers or whatever you're having. Magic. Fantastical.
Just for the listeners, is that white or black pepper?
Oh, it's black pepper in this house, yes.
All right, okay. Just out of curiosity. People will be hanging on you every month for the recipes.
Who was it that used to make us all hungry? Was it Rudy?
Rudy Bear.
Aye, Rudy.
I used to sit every night like Beethoven, slabber, not doing myself, listen to him. Would you have your tea right, Rudy?
You spoiled him, didn't you?
Oh, that man didn't know he was living. Well, just let me tell you. I mean, we got octopus out here at Christmas, so we all got a leg each or that many. And that man was eating all sorts. He was eating lobster on a Tuesday night. I was like, what? Crazy stuff. Aye, old Rudy Bear, man.
Top man, Rudy, top man. Busy at work, we miss him. Right, listen, get yourself a mute, because we're going to have a tune.
the famous RFC. Na 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 na. The famous RFC. Na 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 The famous RFC.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, thanks for that, folks. Right, we're both back, gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Seema could do with a goal, Southside. Been a few weeks yet, yeah?
Aye, he has. He was contributing to that and scoring. He was doing well, and but he's worked hard in the team. I think just Sunday didn't have a great game, but a lot of them didn't have great games performance-wise. But probably boost his confidence again. He's certainly capable of scoring. He's good in the air-ox, and he's also good defending corners. I think he's done well. He seems to take that front post area. We're getting corners against us, and he seems to do quite well there. But we're wanting them to contribute up the park and hit the back of the net up there. So we probably boost his confidence Ox to get a goal. And tomorrow night would certainly help.
Aye, he puts a shift in that. Listen, I picked up, I said he didn't play well on Sunday, didn't he? But that's the second half, mate. There was no room at times they had. It wasn't the 10 men behind the ball, Stevie, didn't he?
Aye, Ross. The low block. It's just Scottish football, you know, it's just shocking, isn't it? I mean, but see when you look back at the game and watch it again, we pounded them, and if we took our chances, we would have beat them, no problem, hands down. It's just how they play. They got that goal and then they just done everything. I mean, we hit them with the kitchen sink, and the bottom line is they're just defend, and try and catch Rangers in the break. I think they were doing the part twice in the second half. You know what I mean? The Big Miovsky got a nosebleed when he got by the halfway line at one point. No, it's just Scottish football, mate. And you know you're going to get that. You know before you got there, you're going to get a physical game, and you've got to watch your P's and Q's, and they're going to just do the low block. If they get a goal, they're going to defend for their lives. And that's why I'm saying we need iron in our team. Sometimes silky football players like Todd Cantwell and etc., well, their fancy flicks and that. Some days like that, you can't have that. You've just got to get the job done. And if you've got to a wee bit brute force into it and a wee bit guile and sort right in about it, you know. It's just, but you were talking about Big Seema there. Do you know what, Ox? I was just thinking there, I would play Matondo. I would give Matondo the first half, and this mob will get tired out running after the wee man, and then I'd just release the big one. The big one needs to get a goal under his belt here, so he does.
I think there's more chance of happening than the other way about.
Aye, probably will start him, but just something different. Even if he plays wee Matondo and lets him run the legs off him, and then the big man's get, you know yourself, the big man's get a bit of pace himself, you know. I think it might work better for him that way.
See what he done there, so he said he's a starter. It's always food.
What about putting the main course for the wee man McCausland? He done the press conference, so
right.
would that maybe be something different?
Would he be the main course? Listen, I'll ask you two. Would you play him tomorrow night for the start, young McCausland? Yes or no, Stevie?
I'd play in front of Cantwell, put it that way.
Yes, fair. I think you'll be the only one thinking that at the moment. Southside.
I think I would take a gamble tomorrow and play him, and I would have moved Cantwell into the number 10.
Okay. Right, listen, we'll hear for the young man in a moment. because he's one of us, we want him to do well. Let's hear it for young Ros McCausland.
Congratulations on signing your new contract. Just tell us how happy you are with getting that all over the line.
First of all, thank you very much. And obviously it is a dream come true. I know I keep saying it, but it is like one of my dreams from a young age. So to get this finally done and over the line, it's amazing.
How easy a decision was it?
To be honest, yeah, it was a pretty easy decision. Obviously my decision to join the club when I was 16 was also an easy decision because I was at different clubs as well. But just from the minute I walked into the door and the people around me, I just loved my time at Rangers.
Any other factors you had to consider in signing this deal?
No, to be honest, I think obviously there was talk of other clubs, but that wasn't something that I had on my mind. I just wanted to focus on being and doing what I was doing at that time being, and then obviously my international call-up came up, so it wasn't on my mind, to be honest, and I was just focused on Rangers.
When you sign a long-term deal, where do you see your progression, and what would you like to do in terms of your targets?
I think, of course, obviously I want to submit my place in the team every week, and I think obviously with the chances I've had, and obviously the gaffer giving me the chances, and if I just keep doing what I've been doing and taking all the feedback that I've been getting, I think I've a strong chance.
What feedback has he given you, and where does he see you improving?
He says to me obviously just to keep doing what I was doing. Obviously I've been doing well when I've been coming in, and then obviously I need to look at what's in front of me and what I need to work on. So I've been working on that myself, physically, tactically, mentally, so hopefully if I keep working on that, it'll stand me in good stead.
You talk about breaking into the team, Ross, cementing a place in the first 11, but what do you feel you can achieve here long term at the club in terms of silverware, trophies? What do you think you can achieve?
Look, at this club we want to win every bit of silverware that's in front of us, and I think that's been a goal for the club for years, and I think obviously with what we have in front of us at the minute, it's achievable, and it always will be.
You're talking about that, but it's always been the aim. Everyone knows that here at Rangers it's about winning trophies, but since the manager's come in, do you feel he has changed the mentality a bit, reinstalled that winning mentality that is required?
I don't think the winning mentality ever disappeared. Obviously with the change of manager, it does change things. I think obviously for the past month now, I think you do see a difference in the team and how we're playing, but ultimately it is a change of structure, like a change of slight formation and things like that. So I think it does boost the boys in a way, different change. So yeah.
Ross, you obviously get your breakthrough this season by Stephen Davis sort of throwing you into those games against Limassol and St Mirren. Can you just talk a wee bit about him being a compatriot, obviously a Rangers legend here? Can you just talk a wee bit about the sort of influence he's had in your career since you've come?
Yeah, of course, it's a good person to have to look up to. Stephen Davis is so well liked around the club, and I think everybody knows that. So to have him taking on the interim was amazing, and obviously getting minutes against St Mirren and Limassol as well, I was grateful for it.
Is he somebody you've got a bit of a bond with, just being obviously comes from the same country, and him just having that sort of father figure sort of role around the club as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think, obviously in terms of having stuff in common, we pretty much have the same thing in common. So to be able to reach out to him and speak to him at any time, it's good.
What sort of influence did he have on you? What sort of advice did he give you?
I think just obviously whenever I was coming on in the St Mirren game and even the Limassol game, he just says, keep doing what you've been doing in training, and obviously I done that, and then getting the chances from him was also really good.
Looking at what he's achieved for club and country, is that something you'd like to try and sort of replicate and achieve yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you look at his, the silverware he has and the caps he has for Northern Ireland, definitely is one of my goals.
Ross, the result against Finland was obviously disappointing, but what was it like making your full debut for Northern Ireland, and how much will being involved in the national team like that give you an incentive to keep performing for Rangers?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously the result wasn't what we wanted, but I think obviously getting my first start, it was a surreal moment. I think obviously I had a wee bit of nerves at the time because that was probably one of my biggest moments, and then obviously whenever I found out I was starting, it was really good. And obviously the standard of international football is different because you go from playing with a team that has loads of the ball to a team that maybe might not have as much of the ball, so it was a different experience for me.
Right, Ross, Dave was part of that team that got to the brilliant run in Europe to the final a couple of years ago. As a Rangers fan, how much did you enjoy that run? How much of that was an inspiration you try and get into these matches like tomorrow night?
Yeah, definitely. I was at the majority of the games in that run, and I was in Seville as well. So obviously to be doing that, if we were to do that this year, which I think we've got a strong chance in doing, that would be amazing to be a part of.
How big an influence is the new manager being, Ross? Because he's, obviously Stephen gave you that opportunity against Limassol, but the new manager's continued in the same vein, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously I was on international duty when the gaffer first came in, so obviously coming in a few days later into training and then sort of having to adjust to the different training sessions, stuff like that. So he's been really good with me since day one, and he's given me good feedback.
Was that a concern? Obviously, you've made that breakthrough under Stephen, then you go away. It's a restart again, and you've literally just get in the door. Was there any concern come back in that perhaps he might not have the same sort of thoughts on you as Devo did?
I think obviously at the time, whenever the breakthrough sort of started happening with Devo, obviously it was a bit frustrating that the international break came so quick because it was just almost just starting. So obviously there was a wee bit of doubt coming back whether I was going to be still on that same sort of journey type thing. But obviously whenever I was back in and I was told I was training around there, I just knew that I had to keep doing what I was doing and showing why I should be in the team.
That must do wonders for the confidence. You've got a manager that's clearly shown he's got faith in you, he trusts you, and he's willing to throw you in. That must have just do wonders for you.
Yeah, definitely. I think every day, my confidence is just getting higher and higher. And I think obviously playing with top players every day is only going to make me better.
How frustrating was it to see that goal at Livy choked?
Yeah, I know. I'm still losing sleep over it, so I am. No, obviously I didn't know it was disallowed at the time until Danny had told me warming up. And obviously I was a bit gutted because it would have been my first goal for Rangers.
Does that just give you all the hunger more to sort of go in and get that first strike for the club?
Yeah, definitely. That's obviously one of my next milestones is to score my first Rangers goal.
Last couple of guys. Ross, can I just check about the reaction to your new deal, from friends and family and folk back home, because that must have been huge.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Obviously, Rangers is such a big club and it's so well thought of in Glasgow and back home as well. So the sort of reaction I've had from my family, they're all proud as punch because they've been on my journey with me, and it probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for them. And then some of my friends and stuff, they're all buzzing as well.
And I know careers are long and people can go to different clubs, but I'm getting the sense that have you only ever wanted to play for this football club?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's plain to say Rangers has been tunnel vision towards Rangers, to be honest. So I plan to stay here for a long time.
Ross, when you think back to that night in Cyprus, only started last month, but how much do you feel has changed around the club and in the squad in that time?
I think there definitely has been change. I don't think in terms of mentality that it's different, because I don't think we're going to games thinking differently. I think we've always thought the same. Obviously, change of managers and change of staff and stuff does hinder it a wee bit. And I think coming into this game tomorrow, we'll be confident.
What an impressive young man. Big Stevie.
Yep. And he's from good stock, just let me tell you. He's from very good stock. And I hope BHP Sauce does the business for us when he comes on. He'll get his chance, and he comes on. I hope he takes it. For me, I'm very excited about him and some of the mainstream players that's in that team now. I really am. And I just hope the young boy takes his chance. I hope he listens to Stephen Davis. He's got a good mentor in him. Two Ulster men together, and I'm sure Dave will point on the right direction. But just let me tell you, the boy's with good stock, and he is a true blue. So let's hope the boy does well for us.
Yeah, good to see somebody stating how we feel Southside. Sometimes we get the PC answers. He didn't hide it, did he?
No, not at all. Sounds confident, well spoken. Just like you've seen from him on the park, he's confident when he's had his wee chances. He's played some lovely passes. He was unfortunate, as he said, that his goal got disallowed. He's a breath of fresh air, Ox. Something that's slightly different for what we've got. He's no shy to get on the ball and go and try and come at a player for what we've seen. It's a step up for him for where he's been playing in the last number of months with the B team. But he certainly come in and he's done well, and the manager showed some faith in him and gave him introduction in games and starting in games, and now he's had an international cap. And obviously he was looking up to somebody like Sir Stephen Davis and educating him in the game and helping him. So I think he's got a really good, bright future at Glasgow Rangers. He does play as the number 10, to be honest, with the B team. But, like, so did Hadji, and he get put out there, and so's other players. So, I'd be happy.
Been out there, isn't they?
I know we've had millions. I think we done it one night, didn't we? The amount of players that have played the right-hand side. Listen, I'm delighted to see the boy sign a contract first and foremost. And hopefully we'll see him going forward. He'll get his chances, and I want to see him score his first goal for the Glasgow Rangers going forward as well, mate. But he's exciting. He's a good prospect.
We wish him well. And what, first and foremost, he's one of our own. And let's get behind him. He might have a bump in the road, but let's get behind him. Right, come and join us. 0141 356 1972. Give us your thoughts, your hopes, and your aspirations for tomorrow night. How big a game is it for you, or is my priorities elsewhere? Some people might see it different, Stevie.
That's up to them. It's one game at a time. Lena Martel, one game at a time. Tomorrow's a big night. Where are all the bells? Come on here and stream Team Wednesday and give me Southside and Ox a bit of stick. Come on here. Come on, bells. Where are yous? Big Alfie Australia and James for Tennessee, two of my favourites. Where are yous?
He must be looking for a parcel, Southside. Must be looking for a parcel.
You know what happens now? We'll get old Davy.
I'll tell you something before you go, and sorry to cut you.
No,
Can I
you
tell you what a parcel I got for Big Alfie Australia? The door goes 5 o'clock one night, opens the door, and this big parcel opens it up. Every single biscuit Australia's ever made, man. You might have seen this box with biscuit. I was in heaven. I pulled the blinds, man. That was me all night. Oh, brilliant. It was some parcel for Big Al, so it was. All sorts of goodies. Brilliant.
Oh, he's a top man, Big Al. Top man.
Oh.
Top man.
Yep.
It's a big game tomorrow night, right? Danilo there. We've agreed Cervantes and Lundstrom look as if they'll start. And then we've sort of put bits and pieces. And we agreeing that Danilo will start as number 9. Is that a given, Southside?
A given.
Aye, it should be a given, I would think. Aye, I wouldn't see why he would change that.
And then when you go to the 3 behind him, we've had Matondo, we've had Lawrence, we've had Cantwell, we've had McCausland. Yeah. And Seema. So we've got options there, but we need to get the blend right, Southside.
Aye, we do. I don't know what sort of formation that mob play when they're away from home or anything like the way they're setting up. It's just the way the manager said sometimes they push with 6 up. And I was thinking, I don't know if he studied them or if that's what he sees and what they might do. I just think my 3, I would take a chance with McCausland tomorrow. I would start him on the right. And I would try and ignite Cantwell as the number 10. I wouldn't play Seema and I would go with Lawrence. That would be my 3 football creative players that can go and take a man on and create for you. Should be like 3 football players, Ox. That's what you'd have across that front 3.
Aye. Seema for me just gives you something different. Better pace, scores maybe more goals, and then he gives you that cover in the box defensively. The amount of headers that boy's won Southside.
Aye, I said that earlier, didn't I? He's done really well for that position. He is good in there. Seema probably will start. I think he probably will, but for the position, he worked hard in the last game as well. He worked track back and he worked hard in the European game. It was just he put a amount of work in. But aye, he needs a wee goal again, and I think you'd probably see him go on a wee run again, you know. So if he's picked tomorrow night, hopefully he'll come up with the goods.
I like the 3. I like the thought of McCausland and then for him, Cantwell and Tom Lawrence. I get it, but I just don't know if it'll happen. Stevie?
No, I don't think that'll what happened. But I must have. Listen, it's not you sit and you think about things and what Southside said there. That probably would be that's an interesting trio in it. It really is. But I think my manager's going to fling a couple of bombshells in there. I think he's going to. Well, how many times did we get the team right?
No, that's a good point, mate. That's a good point. And he did say he would use his squad and there'll be changes and that, yeah. And you're not going to get through all these games with the same players. So, so as I said, behind Daniel, you'll get Seamer, Cantwell, Lawrence, Matondo, McCausland. Yeah, so there's options that we'll have not had that often this season, Southside.
Did you mention Lammers and all? Did you mention Lammers?
Did they, mate? Did they? But you're right. Lammers,
you know, is there as well. It's probably going to be people that's got more fitness in them, and he's looked at that. Experience comes into it and all. Because we're going to remember at the back, we're going to have us two centre halves, and we're both, but three is agree that we expect it to be John Souttar and Ben Davis, and then you've got your two fullbacks that should be in place for the game. So that's two changes that you're making, and then you've obviously looking at the midfield, and we're trying to mix up three up the front that we're saying could all take part. So it's just about, but we all agreeing that it's going to definitely be Lundstrom and Cifuentes. We both think will definitely start them, the two in the middle.
Who else? But don't they bare bones?
Lawrence. See, I like Lawrence because see the more in Europe guys, you do get a wee bit more time, and I think that ball breaking outside our box, Lawrence can hit them. We all know he can hit them, and I'd just love to see him belting one in the top corner, man. He's got that in his locker, know what I mean? So Tom Lawrence, he's coming back. He looked no bad there on Sunday. He's put the bar, with a good shot. And I just think Europe, you can always see that ball getting headed out the box in front of a guy like Lawrence, bang. But there's options there, guys, but who it's going to be, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yep, we've been joined by William. Evening, William.
Good evening, brothers. I would have phoned in earlier, but I just don't know if I know enough about food to phone in. So I've been away reading a cookery book, just brushing up. Stephen McPherson.
Terrible.
Stevie.
Don't advise them.
I was going to ask Stevie McPherson, did your mother ever say to you, you're a boy that could cause a row in an empty house? Did you ever say that?
Yes.
It's just because my wife's a McPherson and she could.
Oh, yes. Very clannish. Very clannish as McPherson's, yes. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, her mother dog about with the aprons on, so I don't know. They're from up north, Ken. Up the northwest, and they go about with the aprons on.
Yeah.
Her father's family.
Aye. Right. Be good stock, that's all I'm going to say. Good stock.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, they're old school. Wolf. Grandfather was real old school. Ooh.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Got a cap at the glove.
If you two want to get a room in Southside, I've got a show today here, Southside.
I know. I thought it was going to be Davey came in. We've ended up with William.
Aye. I said I've been in earlier, but I couldn't find my cooking.
No, you got to be confident tomorrow, mate. I think you've got to be confident
I'm
tomorrow.
looking forward to it. I think if we play, make as many chances as we did on Sunday, we'll do all right. We're a bit worried with the pace of this team, but we should beat them.
Yeah,
I think we're creating problems for ourselves. I think we should beat them. I think we should be more than enough to beat them.
You're right. They did have pace up front, even though we didn't play well. They won the side, but they had quick forwards.
Mm-hmm.
They did. But that was my worst performance of the season. There, let's be honest about it. And we had some magic, But that was worse. And that was even worse than the Aberdeen game at Ibrox, if you're honest, because they didn't look a good side at all. But who would you play we think the back four's pretty much picks itself along with the goalkeeper because of the option. What you think in midfield and front, William?
It's got to be Lundstrom and Cifuentes. We've not got much choice. We've really not got much choice. Cantwell, I don't want to see Cantwell out on the right again. I really don't. I think we've tried that to death. Don't want to see that again. I want to see him in the team, but I don't want to see him out on the right.
Who are you playing the right then?
Well, I put McCausland in because he's a flying machine. Some people might say keep him for the last half hour, keep Matondo for the last half hour. You know, might say that, but I don't know. I'd love to see if we're having Danilo up front. Let's have Cantwell right behind them.
Do you think McCausland is a flying machine?
I think he is. Oh, I think he's quick and he's direct.
I think he's direct. Tricky, but I don't know if he's I mean, I think Matondo would beat him in a race, but anyway, talking about direct, we've been joined by Jim. Evening, Jim.
I know, bad mate. I'm just back for the Rangers fit training, mate. I am a wee bit direct now. I'm just watching the interest there about Todd Cantwell. I think there's an issue with him when he's getting played wide right. Southside, you're at the games most weeks, and I think you can see a difference in the boy's kind of attitude, manner when he's kind of forced wide right. And I don't think he's offering us anything out there. As I say, I think he needs to be moved one in, or I think the manager's going to have an issue with him. I think that's my take on it. Then I would maybe start Matondo, as you're saying, instead of the boy McCausland, Southside.
There you come, Southside.
I think Cantwell should be able to play there, Jim, you know, in that position. But I said to try and get something and ignite him, I would stick him in the number 10 position tomorrow night. I don't know whether he will or no. I thought McCausland gives you something different, and to be honest, he doesn't play wide right for the B team at all. No, he plays as a number 10, but at a lesser level, obviously, when you're playing it. But I just think he gives you something different tomorrow. But to start him, maybe, Jim, just for something different. And as I said earlier, if he might not even start Cantwell tomorrow. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me either if he didn't, because the form he's been in. But I think tomorrow night, this being a European game, he talks about pressure and loves the pressure at Ibrox and that, and he thrives on it. And it's live and telly, a European night. I think play Todd Cantwell in the number 10. Hopefully, you'll get the best out of him. And that's what I'd like to see tomorrow. Matondo, I think, Jim, you'd probably keep him on the bench and maybe bring him on later on, because I think probably Seema will start. But I'd like to have seen McCausland, Cantwell and Lawrence tomorrow night across that three.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't think Cantwell needs to be that. To me, I think he needs to be the centre there at three. I don't think he's going to date for his wide.
I don't disagree. Jim, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What time does your club start on a Wednesday?
8 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. What about if I got you two volunteers that could do a show live and they're talking to everybody that's on the panel with me tonight? What do you think of that idea?
A good idea. You could come and participate. By the way, can I put a wee plug for the team menu? By the way, but actually in a league, it's for. I'm not going to say heavier people. As you've got to be a certain kind of criteria to play in this league. It's called the Arpin League. You'll see it on Facebook. But by the way, we're actually sitting joint top of the league with Air Eagles just now. The boys have started fantastic. We've got a top of the table clash coming in 2 weeks against Air Eagles at the Palace Art in Govan, and it's going to be a game. For maybe we can put a wee plug. Again, by the way, see if you did want to come down to the trainees, I'm more than welcome. If you want to do a wee piece on the team, we could maybe get some of the guys to talk to us. And it's a fantastic. Mostly all the boys that's all played on it have all done the Rangers Fit programme. So they have. This is where this team stems from. Yes, sorry.
Jim, Big Stevie, I'm putting my strip on with a boomerang. Come on, I'm too big now, man. Come on.
Listen, mate. It's all about participating out there with the mental health side of things and everything else. It's been fantastic. As I've said, probably about 90% of our team have all participated in the Rangers Football Fans and Training course. through the charity foundation, and this team that we've got is a kick on for it. It's fantastic. I'm 55 and I'm still playing football, and it's brilliant.
I've got a couple of guys on the show this now, and there's another one he's taking up a different sport every day, Southside.
Aye, he is. He certainly is. But I'm still with Big Stevie in the darts team because he knows how to throw a dart, you know. Oh, that's good, Jim. That's happening, mate. Good to see that the team's doing well, buddy.
Have a wee plug on it. Have a wee look on Facebook. I know a lot of you are on Facebook. In fact, I'm going to see your Facebook page. I'm going to put a wee link on it and share these in the football fans and training page in my page, by the way. It's fantastic. What's that?
Did you see links there? As in sausage?
No, don't sausage it. No, but honestly, guys, see for people of my own age and all the rest of it, and still participating and playing football on it, it's brilliant, absolute fantastic. Even I know some of you are saying these are kind of heavy. See if you have a look at the football fans and training programme through the charity foundation. It's fantastic. It's a 12-week course, and it doesn't cost you a penny. And all your training happens in the stadium, round about the side of the track and everything. By the way, it's see the buzz you get with it. It's fantastic.
Brilliant. Stevie, no, we're no links, man. Me and Southside are square, man.
Fantastic. Listen, I would need to get one of these things that you dangle a pie so that it's running in front of me, so I'm chasing it constantly.
Yeah, pardon me. Can I say another thing? We're actually sponsored by Pie Sports. I mean, that's all you want. Have a look at him on social media as well. Pardon me, that's a company. It's through McGee's. It's Pie Sports, and they actually sponsor us.
Oh, maybe come then. Do you get freebies?
Well, right, Dingo, a wee chicken bulky pie there, big man.
Team's over the Wednesday. I'm going to sponsor. I'm going to this pie sponsor deal for it.
Aye, tell you honest, he's a more than welcome if he's wanted to do a wee plug on the team. By the way, it would be great to get it out there. And it's fantastic. Honestly, it's fantastic.
What date, Jim? What date's that? Your top of the league clash, and you said when's that?
It's Sunday the 10th. Right, it's actually been moved to the 17th. It's actually Sunday the 10th at December at the Palace of Art at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock kicker.
All right, I've got a boys' night out the 9th. But aye, listen, I'm on the south side, mate. Right, if I could get up in time and that, I'll maybe try and get down and see it. Right.
That'd be great. Fantastic.
All right, we'll be joined by Jerry. Evening, Jerry.
All right, how you doing? Hope you're all well.
Right, what's
good,
on your mind, mate?
I'm just thinking about the midfield tomorrow. I'm thinking about the midfield. We're going to play tomorrow.
What's your midfield?
I'm thinking Lawrence and Lundstrom anyway. Trying to the other one. Who else?
Cifuentes.
Cifuentes.
What's that?
Would you play Cifuentes?
Aye. In fact, I forgot about him. He played well on Sunday, didn't he? Played all right.
He was all right. I don't think anybody was outstanding on Sunday, but he was okay.
I know he's not been playing a lot, but he played well the other day even, sorry.
Would you play young McCausland tomorrow?
See, that's what I was thinking about. I would definitely play Cena. I know I've been listening to what you've been saying. I would definitely play Cena. Because Cantwell can't play in the right wing. In fact, that's who should play in the middle. Cantwell's it's a centre midfielder, isn't he? Let's be honest.
I'll let Jim 115 come in because I think that was the point he was making, Jim.
And
I think Jim's gone. Back for Jim. I don't think we disagree with William that Cantwell's more effective in the middle.
Absolutely. He looks like a fish out of water on the right. It's just, as somebody was saying, his face, even in his face, he's just not enjoying it. He's not getting involved. Like, it's as if he wants this free roll, or he wants right in there, in amongst the action. If you look at what he was doing before, he was out of the park, he was even defending. But obviously, Clement is not wanting that. He wants him in a certain position. But that position he's in the right, it's just not suiting him. And it's not suiting us because we're getting nothing out of him. So for me, stick him right in behind Danilo. And I think Cantwell in there can make things happen. I think he's a boy that needs to feel involved where it's important.
Yeah.
He's just not doing anything out there.
We just shouted Jim 115. Jim had to drop you because he knows we're getting, but feel free to come back in, mate, and put your phone on mute. Southside, in you come, mate.
It's contributed a wee bit for the right. He scored, he came in for the right, and he cut in and hit Bobby's left foot and got the goal. And he was unlucky in one of the other things. But he's a shadow of the player that we've seen in the number 10 role. It probably just needs a bit of confidence, William, no, and probably maybe putting him in there in a game and let us see what he's made of, and see if we can get him on the ball, because that's what you want him to do, get on the ball and also make runs by the striker to get in the box. So we want him influencing the games. And obviously Tom Lawrence has been in the team, and we're hoping he influences the games. So whatever he picks tomorrow, and as I said, William, see if he doesn't start tomorrow night, it wouldn't surprise me because of the form he's been in. But I'd like to think it being a European game, like I say, live on telly, go out there and showcase yourself. It's a game that I think he should thrive on, and whether he's playing on the right or the number 10, you want to see the best version of Todd Cantwell tomorrow night.
Jerry, who's up top for you? Who are you playing up top for us tomorrow night?
Danilo, you're all right on the wings and that?
No, up centre forward, mate. Danilo.
Oh, Danilo, obviously.
All day long, I agree, mate. I agree totally.
Well, do we all agree on that?
How's the game going tomorrow night?
What do you think this score's got to be?
Aye.
I think we'll win anyway. But it's the team. It's just the team he's got to play. I'm worried about. But I think we should beat that mob. Because remember when Stephen Davis took the interim manager job, when we played them away and they beat us?
Aye, we were awful, weren't we?
Aye, we were poor. And that's when we lost McCausland get his first game. So that's probably, I think Ross has got to be a diamond of a player. But I don't know if it's too, I don't know if we should play in the right.
This right wing position, Albert's position. Big Stevie in you come, mate.
Scott Wright in?
No,
still injured?
No, Scott Wright's ill, mate, and he's also injured.
Is he?
Aye. Stevie?
Aye, I agree with the caller. I think Ross McCausland's going to be a great player for Rangers. As Southside's pointed out, he plays as a number 10 in the B team. He doesn't play as a winger. But listen, he's a young, fit laddie, and he comes on. I don't think he's blessed with a burst of pace. I don't think he's a flying machine. But what I do think him is he can run all day long. He's only a young laddie, and he's cocky, and he'll go forward. He's direct. Is what I think is brilliant. You know, I like to see a young boy get, he's got no worries. He just goes out there with the head down and does the business, and that's what I like about him. And again, he's a wee die-hard Bruno's for good stock, so he's going to fling everything at it. You know what I mean? But Danilo starting for me. See me out in the wing, and I would have Matondo on the other wing, and I would let Todd Cantwell play in his free role as a number 10. That's
what I was thinking.
That would be my front man if it was left to me, but that's not going to happen. But the boy Cantwell, he's got cockiness, he's got football ability, he's fell in love with the club. We want him to go and express himself. We want the Todd Cantwell we've seen at the end of last season, and that's where he's playing. And every single caller that's come on here tonight is saying the same thing. Look, he's a number 10 all day long.
Definitely. Can't argue with that.
You're going to use a score for tomorrow night, Jerry. Come on, gaff that fence.
I'll give you a score. I'll go 3-0.
Yeah.
See if we play that team that I think we just said. See if we play Matondo, Sima, and Danilo, and Cantwell in the middle, Tom Lawrence and Lundstrom. I think we should dance win this mob.
I hope you're right. Listen, I've got a couple of callers coming in. Great to hear from you. Yep.
Right.
Best.
Cheers for that.
Good to hear from Jerry, but we're enjoying with Alex for Wishaw. Evening, Alex.
Good evening, Alex there. Good evening, Southside. Big Stevie. Everybody else that's there.
How you doing, man?
Everybody doing all right? Good stuff.
All right,
I'm good. Is that you, William? Aye.
That's me, aye.
All right, pal. How you doing?
The wizard for Wishaw.
There we go. Right. Looking forward to tomorrow night. After we call what happened there last week, so that's put by now. I said enough about it, and I'm looking forward to getting in there tomorrow night and get a result here.
You got a team for us, Alex?
Basically, I'll probably pick it sell. We'll have Jackie Butland, Tavernier, John Suter, Davis, Bonner. Middle of the park will be probably Lundstrom, Cervantes. I think Lawrence will play there. And up front, this is a dilemma. What I see, I think they'll play McCausland, Danilo, and Sima.
So you'll take Cantwell, yeah?
Yep. I'm not surprised if Cantwell comes in, but if he comes in, they'll play him out in the wing. I know that's his position, number 10 in that, but that's the position he's put there to play for the team. And it's all about the team. It's not about Todd Cantwell. And I've got to agree, his performances lately have not been up to scratch, let's be quite truthful. I think he plays up to the support, and he needs to get back to the basics. And we're due a performance art, this guy. Doesn't matter where he's playing. He's got the ability, all the ability God sends. I think it's an attitude problem with Todd Cantwell.
Yeah.
Stevie?
Oh, I should move to Wishy with the boys, because everything I said to you earlier on about Todd Cantwell, Alec from Wishy just said the exact same thing. He owes us a game, by the way. He owes that support something. He's been woeful, to say the least. We've seen wee bits of genius for why he pulled the ball down that game, and that pass that nobody in Ibrox seen. We know the boys got it, but he needs to stop, all the internet carry on. He needs to get back to bases. Alec from Wishaw is totally bang on about Todd Cantwell, and I've said all the same things myself. And I would play the boy, and I said it earlier on in this show, I'd play with McCausland before Cantwell. There you go.
But somebody mentioned geniuses. I've been joined by Robert. Evening, Robert.
Evening, Oxter. Evening, guys. Listen, Oxter, I'm not listening to this programme live again on a Wednesday night, and for one reason, is that big Stevie for the drum. All he talks about is food. Now, I was on my diet. I was having a salad for my dinner the night, and then I hear that big Stevie talking the first 20 minutes, and I've just scoffed a KFC, 4 on the bone, 4 off the bone, 2 bags of chips, three gravies, and a pot of beans. I've just scoffed that in the last half an hour, thanks to that big Stevie for the drum. So I'm not listening again on Wednesday. I'm getting back on my diet tomorrow. But anyway, guys, brilliant show tonight, brilliant show. But can I just ask you a wee question? I know we're running out of time here, and we've been talking about Todd Cantwell tonight, and we all love him. Now, in my opinion, every Rangers player on form, Todd Cantwell's by far our best player. And this is no... Well, maybe as a wee dig at our manager, who we all love, and he's done a great job so far, and we all trust in Big Phil. But can I ask you a wee question, guys? Why is our manager not playing our best player in his natural position as a number 10? Why?
I go first.
Right, there you go.
I don't know. There you go. I don't know. I really don't know, because every single person that's come on this call tonight has said the same thing. Todd Cantwell is a number 10. It's where he expresses himself. It's where the boy loves playing. And I can't figure out why the big man's not playing him where he wants to express himself. I don't know, Robert. And can I just tell you something, Robert? Wednesday night's a finger licking good. I see you the wee Kentucky. You see the way I done that there, Robert?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Listen, you're totally right. I don't know why the manager's not playing him there. Maybe it's because his attitude, Robert. Maybe it's because
Stevie, do you think, and I've heard this with a few Rangers fans, and this worries me, do you think your manager doesn't fancy Todd Cantwell as a player?
Could be. That could be the reason. And he doesn't fancy him because there's things that we don't see, Robert. His attitude might not be right. You've got to remember it's a team game. Todd Cantwell just need to fill up the fond place along with the rest of the squad, mate. You know, but the bottom line, we all know, and you try to tell me Phil Clement doesn't know that Todd Cantwell's best place is a number 10. Come on, if we know it, he must know it. So why is he not doing it? Why is he not playing him? It must be because his attitude.
Well, we John Beard, big monster munch. Bob Jer, how we doing, Bob Jer?
We're absolutely frozen. I'm calling a lawyer's letter for your ex-wife. Aye, Cantwell. Cantwell, a bit of an enigma at the moment. We don't know what's going on. Because the poor game on Sunday on the right-hand side. I don't know. I don't care what's going on with the boy. He might not be getting on. He might be disagreeing with something with the man. Something with the manager, as Robert says. I hope they can sort it out because he's a good player, lad. He's done well for us. And get it sorted out and get on functioning again. But I'm so looking forward to tomorrow night. Some clubs got to get the coefficient back up there, so it might as well be Rangers. It's been them for a while. So hey ho, on we go to tomorrow night. I'm predicting a 3-0 win for Rangers.
Southside.
Certainly giving us food for thought tonight anyway, so it is. Todd Cantwell doesn't become a bad player overnight, right? He's got the ability, and the manager obviously wants him on the right-hand side to do a job for the team because he's sort of playing him there when he's coming on. I mean, we do think that if he puts him in the number 10 position, it'll be a lot better. So I'd like to think that he'll maybe try him in there, but whether he does or not, I don't know. If he doesn't start tomorrow night, I wouldn't be surprised. I agree with Alex for Wishaw, I think, when he says Todd will play on the right and McCausland will go in there and maybe Scott Wright, when he's fit, will go on that right-hand side, whatever. It'll be where he wants him to play for the team. And he should be good enough to go on the ball in positions and drive forward, play a 1-2 or run in the box. And he's contributed in one game for the right-hand side. He's had a chance in another game playing in that position. But he's nowhere near the Todd Cantwell but we've watched and seen. So hopefully, I was thinking tomorrow night's a big game. And he talks and thrives about the pressure of playing for Rangers, as he spoke about. And I think if you stuck him in the number 10 position tomorrow, you might get a big game for him. And that's all we need to see. And that might just ignite him tomorrow night, putting him in that position. But any position he goes on the park for Rangers should ignite him anyway. So I'm hoping if he's picked that we see a big game for him because he's, as we all say, he's due to give a right good game for the Glasgow Rangers.
That's not pleasing. Rangers are predicted to score 3.14 goals tomorrow, Stevie. That's for you, mate.
What?
You need to work that one out. Somebody will work it out.
Whiteboard? No. Is this one of your Robbie Burns things?
No. Obviously, you didn't get that in your school.
No.
3.14. 22/7.
No, all right. Listen, my teacher used to say, Big Stevie, what comes after a sentence? I used to say an appeal. Now, you know this. I was never in class. Well, I mean,
3.14 is pi.
Right, okay. Right, I'm with you. Right, we're talking about food, because I'm starting to get hungry, and the show's really funny. I can give you the...
I was disappointed with Robert Wirral with the KFC. He wants to do the healthy option. Remember, he came in with the, what was it, the calzones and the chips? When the missus was away, Robert.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Big Stevie. You're welcome to meet me. I'm going to meet my pal at 5:30 tomorrow night in a place across from the old Swallow Hotel called the Punjabi. I think that's what it's called. It's a wee Indians. I think it's owned by the Singhs. So I'm going there at 5:30, Big Stevie, before the game. You're more than welcome, and I'll buy you your dinner, big chap.
Is that a wee pre-theatre, Robert? A wee pre-theatre? Oh.
No, Steve. I pay the full price. I don't look for any of these two courses for $15.99. I pay the full. I should have said $16.90. I pay the full. whack.
Oh, brilliant! Brilliant! What a show! What a bit of fun. William, here's your thoughts.
Ian McPherson. Ian McPherson's the boy that ate the Biltham Raw. The boy that ate the Gravedigger's piece. I think McCausland's been playing under 21. That's under 21 football. It's fast and it's physical. So I don't have any qualms about sticking that boy in at the start. No problem. I don't think he's a lightweight. I think he'd handle himself all right. I think score prediction, Alex. I think 3-1 Rangers.
3-1. Okay. That'll do me, mate. Listen, good to hear from you, mate. Yeah, you take it steady. Yep. Cheers, bro. Bob, Jer, I know you're late on parade tonight, but how's it going to go tomorrow night?
As I said, I think the Jers will win comfortably. I'm going to predict 3-0. We should be beating sides like that.
That'll do me. Alex from Wishaw, I know you were also late on parade. Last thoughts, mate, and use your prediction.
Looking forward to Oxford. I take we'll win it 2-0 tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the games. Any victory does us, Alex, and it's a big game for the club, isn't it?
Any victory. That's what's about. What do you call it? That's just qualified. That ticks another box. About the Todd Cantwell, everybody agrees the guy's ability is second to none. He's the best, probably number 10 we've got in there. But that's asked the question why he's not been played there. And if Lammers was getting a game before him, and now Lawrence is in there, that tells me. And I do think Clermont doesn't really rate the guy, and that's the bottom line with it. That's how. But he deserves it. It's a blue jersey on tomorrow, by the way, we're all back him. If he's number 10 tomorrow night, good and well. But let's see what happens. 2-0 to me anyway, Oxford.
Cheers, mate. Robert.
Cheers, mate. Great show. Thank you.
Robert.
It's been too long since I've been to God's house to watch the team that I was born to love and the team I'll die to love. And I can't wait to get back to Ibrox Stadium and all right to see the Glasgow Rangers. And please, Mr. Clermont, play Todd Cantwell in his natural position, number 10. And I'm going to predict 2-0 to the Rangers tomorrow. And we'll be playing in Europe after Christmas, unlike some other teams. Good night, Oxford, Big Stevie, Southside, and all the guys that have called in tonight. Great show as always on a Wednesday. It's my favourite night. Thank you very much.
Southside.
Aye, it's been eventful night. Food, football, everything. That's brilliant. But looking forward to tomorrow night, getting back to Ibrox, full house tomorrow. I'm sure the place will be rocking when the teams come out. Really looking forward to it. I think it'll be a hard game. I think we'll win 2-0. Can't believe Williams getting a goal against the Rangers again. Can't go that at all, but hey ho. So I'll leave it at that. But aye, great to be on my big mucker Stevie as always on a Wednesday night. Thoroughly enjoyed it, mate, and your good self. So thanks for having us on. Come on, the Rangers tomorrow. European football after Christmas.
Thanks, Stevie. Get your last thoughts out there, mate.
Okay, I've got a pen here. What was the name of that restaurant that me Robert was saying there? I'm going to turn up.
He's got to the Punjabi.
Aye,
just at Copeland Road, just before Copeland Road.
That's it.
The Punjabi, right? Okay, right. That's magic. Let me get that. How do you spell that? Right, listen, brilliant night. Absolutely brilliant night. And there's nothing like talking about positive about the Glasgow Rangers. Sometimes we're a wee bit negative only because we want them to do their best. Todd Cantwell's a fantastic player. And I'm the same as Robert and the rest of the boys, the players. Play him at number 10. He's what we want. And can I just say something? It's been a pleasure tonight being on my wingman. Ox, you've been brilliant tonight. Your couple of one-liners have been absolutely brilliant. I've taught you everything you know. Fantastic. So thanks for having me and all the troops listening in. Let's do it tomorrow night. Let's get European football after Christmas, because it's no for everybody. Come on, the Rangers.
Yeah, thanks to Jerry, Alex Favershaw, Jim, Bob's here, Robert. Who was on at the start of the show? Who did we have on at the start of the show? Who did I miss? I missed something out.
William.
Oh, he doesn't count.
Poor Willie.
There's no referee, there's no game.
He didn't count. Thanks, William. Always good to hear from you, mate. I hope I've not missed anybody out. Listen, thanks to Southside and Stevie for doing the show. Fox and Roll School Blue for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. as we build up to a Rangers victory in Europe. It's not for everybody. Take it away, Old School Blue.